$1,000. And she's on the after show, like, just like so stunned, being like, I didn't even want to have a big wedding. I just wanted us to like elope or have like a really small wedding. He wanted all of this. Andy's like, I'll pay for it. And now that we're broken up, he's trying to make her pay for
That's
that wedding from
hilarious.
like 8 years ago.
That I
They
love.
I felt like that they were a perfect couple, honestly. I thought that they deserved each other.
Do you think, did you watch New Jersey? Do you think, I mean, there's rumors, like Rhode Island's going to be the new Jersey. I'm going on my kick that I've been saying New Jersey's canceled until it's back on
Yeah.
my screen. It's not part of the lineup. As far as I'm concerned, it's canceled, but not everyone would agree with me.
I'm kind of surprised that it's canceled because it was getting good numbers. And I mean, no shade, but Bravo shows aren't Friends. They're not, it's not Seinfeld. They're not trying to go out. I didn't think trying to go out with some sort of integrity. I thought they would have wrote a show until the wheels came off and it was still getting decent numbers. But I do think that when a show's on for these housewife shows are on for too long and they do become a celebrity, it's hard for them to still be real.
And with the problem, you're right, they're not getting like 50 million views, like Friends numbers, but even though Jersey was doing well and probably around the million mark, those women, once they're on for a long time, they also keep asking for more money. And that's why Vanderpump had to go too, because Lisa Vanderpump straight up said it on Watch What Happens Live. She was like, I'm excited for this new cast of people because they're less expensive.
Right.
Like,
That's why New York went because Luann was making a ton, Sonia was making a ton, Ramona was making a ton. On this, I mean, it was Melissa, Teresa, Jennifer Aiden was even there for because 5 years at this point. Margaret, Dolores. It was such a top-heavy show. It doesn't
I
work.
I thought it was great, but I don't know if you have any insider tea, but do they ever just like I wish that they would just talk to these women and be like, this is why this isn't working. We don't the audience doesn't like watching two groups of people completely wanting to sabotage the other. Like if you don't film with this person, it's gonna be bad.
they
Like you need
definitely say that to them, right? But I think
Yeah.
it's just, will the girls listen? Like Salt Lake, they clearly listened when that one, we only got one bad season from that show, and it was season three when Whitney and Heather were at odds and Lisa and Meredith were at odds. And like the stasis of what we loved about the show was totally broken. And you can totally tell in the next season that the producers were like, okay, everybody hated that. So
yeah.
at least fix it somewhat.
That's the thing
And they
about
do.
that's
They
the thing about
did.
Salt Lake. I think that the girls really want to have a good show
Yeah.
overall.
Do you think Teresa should be replaced? And if so, any ideas in New Jersey who should
I
replace
really
her?
if Rhode I've actually never been to Rhode Island, but if it is an Italian, demo, then I feel like Jersey is cooked. I mean, I don't know how else it can.
What about Snooki? Can we get Snooki?
Okay, let's get Snooki
I
on.
love
I
Snooki.
love
I love
Snooki.
Snooki.
I think that she
Snooki should be Teresa's replacement.
Yeah. Or Vinny.
It's all
uh
about Pauly D for me.
Oh, so hot. They're
uh
all, I would let any one of them absolutely destroy me.
Hmm.
uh
Do you
I
know
know.
why? Well, now I know. I saw this. I just saw it 2 days ago. Kimora Lee Simmons is getting a show on E. Probably because Denise's show did well. They're doing like a updated Kimora Lee Simmons with her
I thought
kid.
she had one.
She did way back. I think it's because Denise's show, now we see, Denise's show is supposed to be on E. I think they filmed it and they're like, this is good. Let's just put it on Bravo.
I think
Wow.
that I mean, I feel like these women that they are wanting them to be on Housewives, but they're like, I won't do Housewives, but I'll do my own thing. And then they kind of give into that.
Well, think about it. Denise must be sitting there like, what a gift this is. People in my family are being paid. I'm making less money, but
All
like,
right.
this is like, there's no drama. I'm just telling my daughters to get along. I spend all day with my husband. I mean, why would Lisa Vanderpump ever go back?
Lisa Vanderpump doesn't need it. I mean, if she's got Hulu stuff, she did that show with Gordon Ramsay. She's got Vanderpump. She's not going to come back to Beverly Hills.
And you don't want New York back, nobody.
I, what I want is I really loved why can't I think of her name right now? The new lesbian that was on RHONY.
Really?
I loved
Raquel
her.
Chevron.
Raquel.
Really?
I really loved her. I thought that she was genuine, real. Um I mean,
Huh.
when she accepted the GLAAD award, she seemed to be really, um, humbled and into it. And I really liked her as a person. But the reason I didn't like the rest of the cast, to be honest, what I want is I heard that there might be this like show in Palm Beach, Florida with the OG girls. I would have loved that.
Well, that's people's wish list. It's not going to
Yeah.
happen. But yes, like Bethany is in
Oh,
Miami. Okay. Jill is there. Sonya's
Sonia.
there.
I love
Ramona.
Jill. I love Jill Zarin.
Yeah,
There you go. We could have the Miami, New York version, but I don't
I
think that's
know.
happening for a lot of reasons.
I
I
don't know. I
hope
feel,
Miami, actual
oh,
Real Housewives of Miami, is good this season.
I hope so too.
I hope so.
Do you have,
Sure.
do
It
you, ha
really was big. It was a big flash in the pan. It was so exciting and good, and then this last season kind of lost me.
Well, you know what it is? They didn't pause, but it took them a month to figure out what to do with the cast. And like Alexia was then announced her divorce. I guess that's a real thing. Like I know it's a real divorce, but I guess so it's like when you're trying to figure out the cast and then you come back with the same cast because you couldn't figure it out. That's what happened to I can't get that out of my mind. Like they really thought maybe we should change the cast and then they didn't because like they
mm,
couldn't figure it out. That's what happened with Jersey. Now we don't have anyone that's not talked, but I have a weird feeling this is the end of the Miami cast too. Like we'll see this and then there's big
interesting.
changes. That's what I think it's time for Alexia and Marisol to go. I just think it's time.
Well, I mean, if they're being like they were kind of being like you could tell I don't want to film with them. I don't want to film with these people. I don't want to film with certain people. And whenever you get into that territory, it's bad news.
It's bad
So I think
news.
that you should go when you feel like you're doing that
And they need
behavior.
to understand they can hate Adriana all they want, but she is that show. She's
Amazing.
I don't know
crazy.
how that I don't know I don't understand how she's considered a friend.
Yeah.
She's the best. And this new girl, Stephanie Soaji, she looks, I think she's going to be like Salt Lake, batshit crazy. She has a trillion, she's loaded planes and Birkins. I think she's going to be the highlight of the whole damn thing.
I'm into
I
that.
can't wait. I
I,
invited Adriana to my stand-up show in Miami, and she got back to me, and she was supposed to come, and then they were filming, so the filming ran long, so she couldn't come. But she called me on the phone. She asked my phone number, called me on the phone to thank me for offering her tickets. She's a real one.
I
She's
love
like,
to hear
I
that.
love. She was so nice. I was like, she's great.
I've had her on this. I have a soft spot for her too. There's something about her that I have a soft. Like I had her on here after she went through. What did she do? Oh, after she said that about Alexia's son, remember she said that on the whole
Oh,
world,
that was
and
bad.
she was here, and she like before she was so upset with me. Like I just like I've seen like you,
Hmm.
yeah, she's like a real person.
I love that. I love when I actually really loved Miami season two. I thought that that was an amazing season when she was beefing with Joanna at the reunion when she said to her, "You think you're the only pussy in Miami?"
I don't know how, as we wrap up, I don't know how you remember that. I don't know what happened, what season,
Oh, I
and I
know.
certainly don't remember quotes. Well, listen, all this talk about reality TV, people need to watch. Tell everyone where they can watch your show. Shout it out again.
You
Yeah.
can watch us on OUTtv. It's an app that you can get just like any other app, or you can go to outtv.com. And yeah, it's called Wish You Were Queer. It starts May 22nd. It's going to come out weekly. And we're also on tour. So come see us in Seattle, Vancouver, San Francisco, Washington, D.C., Toronto, and more.
You need to
Please.
add New York or LA.
Uh,
Meh.
meh.
It doesn't go with the theme of the show, right?
Yeah.
I know,
So.
I know. I feel like I see LA people all the time. He sees New York people.
I'll share the tour dates too. Everyone come
Oh,
and see you guys. They can watch the show and share the tour dates. You'll come back. Last time I told you you need to come back, and here we are. I'm not
I
one
will
of
come
those.
back here
I'm
anytime.
not one of those LA people that just says something. It's just I know it was on my mind for a minute, and then you're like, well, there's no room next week. There's no room next week. And now here we are.
here
So
we
I was
are.
glad you reached out to me. I was like, yes, let's make this happen. So
Are you in LA or New York or where are
both.
you?
I'm back and forth between the
Oh, that's
two,
nice.
but I'm in the the Hamptons, whatever. It makes me sound like a bougie bitch, but I know it makes me sound like a bougie
Near
bitch.
the near the freeway.
Right. I'm not, south of the highway, but I am between New York and LA. I'm back. Ugh, I
Nice.
wish I could just stay. I have to be back in LA for 2 weeks in June. Kill me
Oh,
now. I live in Hollywood. To me, it's better than WeHo, but.
It
uh-huh.
is. It is.
I mean,
Hmm.
I just like getting out of. I've done that. I used to live in Chelsea in the West Village, like every gay ghetto of New York. When it was that, I lived there. I lived in the
Uh-huh.
West Village. Then when it moved up to Chelsea, there I was. I'm like, I'm okay not living in WeHo.
Been
No,
there.
no
Been
shade to
there.
WeHo.
Yeah,
We live in Los
total.
Feliz. We're East Side LA guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sarah, I love Hollywood. It's like I walk places. People think I'm crazy in
Mm,
my building. It's gritty like New York. I walk
yeah.
past like strung out people at like 7 a.m. I'm like, oh, this
Uh,
is
That's
great.
Michael. That's just
Yeah,
that's
Michael on the
me.
street.
it's you. Well, next
That's
time I'll
me.
say hi to you.
Please, and give me $1.
I'll give you $1. I will share your socials with everyone. Congrats on the show. Congrats on the tour. And you'll come
Thanks.
buff